A blender is a small but mighty kitchen appliance that will blend your favorite smoothie into creamy perfection or crush ice for evenly blended slushies. But that's not all these kitchen staples are good for: lump-free blender pancakes, a batched watermelon margarita in minutes, or homemade oat milk. In the Good Housekeeping Institute Kitchen Appliances and Innovation Lab, we've gotten our hands on lots of blenders in the past 2 decades, testing more than 100 blenders in that time. And not just full-sized blenders, we've tested personal blenders, immersion blenders, and blender food processor combos to determine the best blenders you can buy this year. Let's start in this video top 5 best blenders. Number 1. This well-priced and high-powered blender comes with 3 jars, making it super versatile and our pick for the best value. It includes a 64-ounce pitcher for large batches and 2 different personal-sized cups, 32 ounces and 24 ounces with a handle. Both cups have lids that make it easy to take your smoothie to go. It features an Extract button that blends smoothies at pre-programmed variable speeds. We blended kale smoothies in all 3 jars, and all were uniformly smooth with no flecks. It also blasted through frozen strawberries effortlessly to make a delicious, evenly processed daiquiri. The base is not much larger than other NutriBullet models, and it has suction cups on the bottom that reliably prevent it from shifting around. The blades screw onto the top of the personal cups and then get inverted to be blended, so be careful to unscrew the personal blending cups from the base of the blender when you're done blending. It's easy to accidentally make a mess if you unscrew the cup from the blade instead. Pros: easy to read control panel with large buttons. Produces kale smoothies without flecks of kale. Personal-sized cups with lids for portability. Cons: must use caution when removing the cups to avoid messes. Number 2. We were very impressed with how well this blender performed for its great price point. The green smoothie setting yielded a smooth and creamy texture with no sign of fibrous kale or spinach. This blender also has a regular smoothie button which will provide you with a juice bar quality smoothie in 1 minute. In our tests, this blender pureed soup to a silky smooth texture and produced a mighty fine margarita as well. The Fresh and Furious is easy to clean, and the jar and lid are dishwasher safe. In our tests, we found very few flaws, though the jar is just 50 ounces and became stained a little from tomato sauce. Another high-performing blender from Breville that we have tested is the Breville 3X Blisser Pro. In our tests, this model produced creamy and smooth soup and a strawberry green smoothie that had no sign of kale. While this model is a little more pricey, it does offer the ability to juice with it as well, 2 appliances in 1. Or, if you're on the hunt for a hand blender instead of a full-sized blender, we also recommend the Breville Control Grip Immersion Blender, which tested best in our Immersion Blender Lab tests with a non-stick blender arm and perfectly emulsified mayo. Pros: green smoothie setting. Carafe and lid are dishwasher safe. Great smoothie results in testing. Cons: 50-ounce capacity. Number 3. Claiming to blend even the toughest ingredients, from kale to almonds, this sleek blender passed our test with flying colors. We couldn't taste the kale in our smoothie, it crushed ice into snow-like consistency, and it even blended chia seeds smoothly. It features easy-to-use presets for crushing ice, smoothies and icy drinks. Plus, a little soap and water added to the self-clean cycle makes sure no food bits are left behind in hard-to-reach spots. In our tests, we noticed that the Start button is a little small and sometimes needed to be pressed several times to activate. We love its sleek design and that you can pick from a variety of fun colors. While this blender is at a lower price point compared to similar high-powered blenders, KitchenAid also has a smaller and lower-cost model that performed well in our tests. The K153 Speed Ice Crushing Blender allows you to easily whirl up a soup or a smoothie in 1 batch even though its pitcher has a smaller 6-cup capacity. Pros: self-clean cycle. Sleek design and many colors to choose from. Easy-to-use presets. Cons: Start button is on the small side. Number 4. We've tested a lot of personal blenders over the years and this one surprised us with the amount of presets it offered, compared to many personal blenders that only feature a pulse button. We especially loved the Smoothie Bowl Maker Cup, which features a built-in tamper and doesn't need as much liquid to blend ingredients to a smooth, very thick consistency. In our tests, we especially loved how the margarita was rich and creamy and there was absolutely no grit from the super fine sugar used. Don't forget the homemade peanut butter that was smooth and creamy in under 3 minutes. This model suctions firmly to your counter, which keeps it completely in place for its pulse-style auto smoothie setting. In addition to the 14-ounce smoothie bowl jar, this model comes with 2 24-ounce blender jars with travel lids, which are all dishwasher safe. If you want the option to switch between personal smoothies and blending up party-sized batches of frozen margaritas, then the Foodi Power Blender and Processor System is another great pick from the Ninja Foodi line. In our tests, the blender produced smooth and creamy soups and milkshakes. Pros: Blender base suctions firmly to your counter. Produces super smooth smoothies. Built-in tamper. Cons. More pieces to store. Number 5. The Wolf Gourmet Pro Performance Blender stood out to us in many ways with its sleek design, featuring its signature red knob and lightweight jar with a comfortable handle. There are 10 speed settings on the blender and 4 pre-programmed options: soup, puree, ice crush and smoothie. This blender produced a very smooth, thick milkshake and a smoothie that was creamy and homogeneous. In our tests, this super powerful blender produced great frozen drinks. It also has a unique emulsion cap that allows you to add oil to the blender at an optimal pace to get a great emulsion in sauces and dressings. This pick is also sized to fit under most cabinets. The blender jar is hand wash only. Pros. Sleek design. Produces creamy shakes and smoothies. For pre-programmed options. Cons. Blender jar is not dishwasher safe.
Thanks for watching.